Okay, our last big idea here, guys. All right, so to determine if a function or if a relation is a function when looking at a graph, you're going to use something called the vertical line test. And it says if a vertical line passes through exactly one point, then it is a function. And it's as simple as that. All right, so let me explain. So if I look at this first example, and if I put a vertical line anywhere in that graph, all right, do you see I'm only intersecting at one point? Okay, and you have to be able to do that at any point throughout that graph. So even here, all right, I'm only hitting at one point. Here, I'm only hitting at one point. And if I keep going throughout that graph, I'm still only hitting at one point throughout, okay? Compare that to this one right here. Let's say I put a vertical line going through going through that spot, and see here how I have 2 points. And that's all it takes. As soon as you have more than 1 point, then this is not a function, okay? So let's try these examples, okay? So if I look at this first one, and if I put a vertical line through that point, I'm only hitting at 1 point, all right? And same with that one, only hitting at 1 point. Same here, same here, same here. So no matter where I'm at on that graph, I'm still only hitting at 1 point, so the answer to this is yes. Okay? Compare that to this one. So that might be true about this point, and this point. But if I put a vertical line through these 2 points right here, do you see how it's hitting at 1 and 2 points? All right, that can't work. So the answer to that is no. Okay? Keep going. All right, let's try this one. This one's pretty easy because no matter where you're at, I'm hitting 1, 2, 3, and 4, right? So those 4 points means that this is no, it's not a function. Trying this one right here, all right, no matter where I'm at, I'm only hitting at 1 point, 1 point, 1 point, 1 point. Throughout this entire graph, no matter where I'm at, I'm only hitting at 1 point. So the answer to this one is yes. Okay? All right, the last two, this one's kind of tricky. But if I put a vertical line, all right, going through here, it only hits at 1 point. Same here. But if I put a vertical line going through that point, it's actually hitting at an infinite number of points in between there. So this one is not a function. And then the last one, no matter where I'm at on that graph, I'm still only hitting at 1 point. So the answer to this one is yes. All right, guys, so here we go. The last one says, the following set of ordered pairs were given on a test. And it says 4 students got a different answer on the question that asked if the ordered pairs were a relation, a function, neither, or both. Who was correct? Explain your answer. So this one's kind of tough. So here's what I'm going to say real quick. It always has to be a relation, okay? So if I'm looking through here, I'm going to say Mark can't be right, because he's saying it's not a relation and it has to be a relation. And that's the same with Raven, all right? Raven is also saying that, and she's saying it's not a relation. So they have to be wrong. So it has to be a relation. What we're trying to determine is it a function? So if you remember, to determine if it's a function, we're looking at our x values. So I have 9, I have 1, I have 8, I have 8, and I have 4. And so automatically what you should notice is, oh, you have these 2 8s right here, right? Here's the thing. This is tricky because this is connected to 0 and this is connected to 0. And it can't be a function if it's connected to 2 different numbers. But because these are the same, those represent the exact same points, which means that Jessica is correct because it is both a relation and it's a function. All right, guys, so that's it for these set of notes. Let me know if you guys have questions. Make sure you submit your notes and then do the check-in.